still heading back from Arizona. Sanders, Arizona is actually where we're heading back from. Got my, this is how I roll shirt on, my bus shirt. So, pretty excited. Got my hand-built show hat on. Got my headphones. I'm pretty set. Got all my stuff. Reaching distance. Got my coffee. Got my glasses. Got I don't know. Got some little snacks. Those are actually kind of far out of reach. I shouldn't have put them there, but we'll stop plenty of time. It's no big deal. Got all my mirrors adjusted, so you can see back there. Also got this mirror, which is nice. Got that one adjusted. Got that one adjusted. Got my visor set down, so I'm set. Left Roswell, New Mexico this morning. There's a Dunkin' Donuts that I like stopping and getting a donut. So that was pretty cool. Definitely before traveling in this bus again, I need a cup holder, and there's all the surfaces are at an angle, so you have to hold your phone the whole time. That's really annoying. Just a few, something right here, something real simple. It'd be really nice to have an armrest on my right arm. That's really annoying when you can't rest. The captain's chair is man, it's worth its weight in gold. The heater on this thing works phenomenal. I'm still in New Mexico right now. Still at least 7 hours away. They said the weather's horrible. But so far so good. The temperature gauge on this thing is set. It won't warm up. The check engine light's still on. I think it's probably a sensor or some wiring. So I'm gonna have to do some investigation on that. I'll pull the code and see what that is. The tank on it, it's got a 100-gallon tank. I'm knocking out 9.6 miles to the gallon. So in theory, I should be able to go 1,000 miles roughly on a tank. That's pretty good, pretty good. I really have come to really like this bus. It's got the 8.3. It's got decent power. It's not a Detroit 60, but it's no slouch. I'd like to get the governor taken off, or at least bumped to 75, which would be nice. The cruise control works. I need to set. There we go. I may need to sit back and cruise. Listen to my podcast, my YouTube videos. Not my videos, other people's videos. I do listen to my videos before I edit them most of the time. I don't edit anything. It's just what it is, which I don't know. When I watch videos, a lot of times they're too zippy, poppy, whatever, and exciting, and sometimes you're in the mood for that. I need to slow down. But I don't know. I kind of enjoy. I think there's a couple of different types of listeners. Sometimes I like it's almost like hanging out with somebody, and I really enjoy that. So I try to, in my videos, I try to share that feeling. Like, hey man, we're just hanging out. This is fun. This is something interesting, something different. I do feel really blessed to have the opportunity to get to do the things that I get to do, and create a life where it's never boring or mundane, or the truth is I never know what's going to happen moment to moment. I don't know if we all do, but I don't know. I think that I get to grow in leaps and bounds in that life. You're going to learn a lot because you're going to put yourself in some situations that you're going to be uncomfortable, and that's really where I'm the happiest. I can't stand mundane. I can't stand the same old rut, the same old man. I can't do it. So I like this. Of course I miss my family and all that stuff, but I'll see them soon enough. I've only been gone a day and a half. Not a big deal. I left, well, maybe a couple of days, but you know, still not that bad. But yeah, I don't know. I could spend more time editing these videos and doing that, but I just can't. I got so much other stuff going on. I enjoy posting the videos. I like talking about buses, obviously. This one I'm real excited, just because I've wanted one. I didn't think I was going to get one, and now I've got it, and it feels great. You know, it drives great. It's enjoyable. You know, it's just nice. You know, it's fairly quiet. I know you can hear the wind sound and all that stuff. You know, it's not a coach. You know, that's really my favorite. You got a lot of power. You got a lot of it's quiet. You know, it's whisper quiet in those. But this one is almost coach-like in that sense, because it rides good. You know, the balance is really good. It'd be just a really cool thing to travel in. I mean, it is. I am traveling in, but I'm saying, like, take the seats out and do that. For what I'm using it for, I'll leave the seats in, because one, I do have a coach. If I'm going to travel, I travel in my coach, you know, with my family or whatever. But for someone else that wanted a schoolie, I think it would be just a phenomenal bus. But for movies and stuff like that, they don't want you to take the seats out. You know, that really takes away, it limits what the production companies can do with it. So I'm gonna leave the seats in. Plus it's less work, let's be honest, you know. Yeah, I mean, this drive's been great. No issues, you know, besides the check engine light and the other thing, but that's pretty minor. I'm excited about the fuel mileage. I think it's going to be a little bit worse today, because I think I'm driving into the wind, and that does make a difference. Your wind resistance, it's a pretty steep, and you can see on a graph, or picture it on a graph, the wind resistance compared to fuel mileage, it's huge. You know, you're driving this brick down the road, it's not going to be fuel efficient. But that's okay. You know, really, it's pretty amazing that this thing will go that far on a gallon of gas. I mean, look how heavy it is. I don't know what it weighs, but I know it's not a lightweight. I could look at the title, but I think it said, I don't remember. Damn it! I don't want to make stuff up. It's not a light bus, you know, but that's probably also why it rides pretty decent. It doesn't beat you up. You know, it's got air ride seats. You know, it's pretty decent. It's got tilt steering wheel. That's kind of nice. But anyway, it's pretty. It's pretty pretty nice out here. Excuse me. It's pretty desolate. You know, I'm still in New Mexico. I don't know where. Yeah, I rarely keep track of that stuff. You know, to me, it's just America. You know, it's beautiful. I really love it. I don't know. To me, I don't know. That's just the way I operate. Sometimes, you know, like we were in Roswell last night. You know, I wanted to make a video about waking up in Roswell and kind of the stuff that I'd seen. You know, it's unfortunate. There's a lot of meth there. You can see the tweakers, you know, scurrying around. You know, I'm not hating. I almost picked this guy up. I thought it'd been just interesting. He looked like a character, to say the least. I was just going to give him a ride to the donut store. I thought it'd be kind of fun and interesting, but I didn't do it. I decided against it. You know, he might, who knows what would happen, but yeah, I scratched that idea. I don't know, it's just an interesting story, you know, I don't know. I've picked up hitchhikers before, and it is always interesting. I picked one up in my fire truck one time, and he thought I was the fire department, and that I was going to tell him about the dangers of hitchhiking, you know, which obviously I told him, you know, just a movie prop, not a fireman, obviously. He asked me why why I picked him up. I said because he looked enthusiastic. He thought that was funny. He was jumping up and down with his thumb sticking out at a bus stop. I'd had a rough night that night. I had decided to take the fire truck and go watch the fireworks, right? Which not a big deal. At least I didn't think so. I've lived in Austin all my life, so I know the good spots. You know, I just thought it'd be something fun to do. You know. Well, it turns out that I guess the police department, their film or their home I don't know what you call it, terrorist or whatever. You know, one of their films is about someone getting an old emergency vehicle and being a terrorist, and that absolutely wasn't the case. So it kind of dampened the night, to put it mildly. You know, they had someone sitting there parked by me, and I'm not worried about it. I'm not doing anything. I have nothing to worry about. But at the same time, it's kind of like, man, I'm not that guy. I'm a loving person. You know, I love my fellow man, and I certainly am not that person. But yeah, it's kind of a bummer, you know. So I was just trying to do something to change the bumminess of that night, you know. I don't know why I thought a hitchhiker would be a good idea, but it turned out it was. You know, it really, I don't know, it was kind of fun. It made it fun, you know. Anyway, so yeah, I guess that's enough for him. I think I drank too much coffee. I've got some more right there, which is my third cup, I think, so that's way too much. It's just exciting, you know. It's just really wonderful to be out here. It's just cool, man, and I can't believe I got this bus, you know. I know do the videos and stuff like that, or you know, it looks like I'm independently wealthy and I'm traveling the world and doing what I want. It's not the case at all, you know. You just have to figure a way to be able to afford it. Basically, you just get crazy in debt with credit cards and you just go for it. No, I'm just kidding. No, with the plan is basically you just rent it out to production companies, and then they pay for it, and then you buy another one. I mean, it's not a big secret. It's not a big deal. I did get lucky on this one. This particular one, everything's sold that's paid for by the government is sold through government auctions. So I bid on stuff, and I bid on it only if it's a good deal. If it's, you know, my motto or my saying is, I don't need anything, but I can always use a good deal. You know, a good deal, I can always use a good deal. In this case, I bid up to what I felt would just be a killer deal, and after that, you know, and I don't need it. You know, I've got, you see how many buses I got? I've got, I don't even know, 14, right? I don't know. So, but it turned out the other buyer defaulted on buying it. So, you know, originally I lost it. I thought, no big deal. And then the other buyer decided not to pick it up. He defaulted. So they contacted me and said, hey, if you're still interested, we'll sell it to you for your last bid. Hey, I'm in Texas. Wow. Yeah, it's exciting. Back in Texas. It's crazy. I just crossed the line to get into Texas out of New Mexico, and I still have 7 or 8 hours, and that's only to get to Austin. That's how big Texas is. It's crazy. I don't know if you've ever traveled it, but it's so this is West Texas, so there's just a lot of this, you know. You ever see the old westerns where there's tumbleweeds? Well, this is where you can see one. Texas is huge. Yeah, it's huge. But anyway, yeah, on the auctions, only if it's a good deal, I'll get it, and it was a fantastic deal. So if you look through your you know, on the Facebook groups and all that, and they talk about one of the best buses to buy. This is the best bus to buy. The A3, you know, this combination. So I was really curious. I wanted to see why. You know, I've got the other buses. You know, I've got the 7.3. I've got the DT 466E. I've got the Detroit 60. I've got the Cummins 5.9 4-valve, 2-valve. You know, I've got all those engines, and I like them a lot. But this particular setup, I can see why. I can really see why. It's got good power, good fuel economy. It's dependable. You know, it checks a lot of boxes that a lot of buses don't. It's a 2001 model, which is really cool. It's all pre-emission, I know the old school hardcores be like, it's got electronics on it. Yeah, okay, that's fine. But it doesn't. It's not overly done. It's kind of this nice. I don't know. This nice combination of just enough. You know, not overly complicated. Really decent. So I like it. I really like it a lot. I know, right? Why don't you marry it, right? I don't know. But yeah, I can see why people like it. And this particular example is rust-free. It's not beat up. I don't think there's any dents on it. So it's really nice, you know, because some of them are really a piece of crap. And this one's not. So sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. You know, big risk, there's big rewards. And that's absolutely the truth. So all right, well, I guess I'm gonna get back to listening to my crime shows, my crime videos while I'm killing time. Oh, those are some crazy warning bumps. But okay, well, I'll post this later.